Hi everyone, this is a quick demonstration of the CITES website for our Closing the Gap session participants. So we are on the homepage of the CITES page, and you can get there by the CITES URL, which is cites@cast.org. On the main page, we like to keep this section current, so the What's New will give you information on any new publications, events, or case stories or other resources that we have. Currently, we've just created our CITES Framework Field Guide for Leadership, and I will click on that. And this resource has a comprehensive guide for leaders and districts to create an inclusive technology ecosystem, as well as a comprehensive self-assessment for district teams to evaluate their progress and or take a snapshot of where they are with creating inclusive technology ecosystems. Also on this resource page are articles we've written on perspectives of inclusive technology, so things that assistive technology leaders need to know, education technology leaders, and district leaders. So even from the family perspective, to know that as new resources get developed, they will be in our resource page. So back to the main page. One of the things I mentioned in the presentation that we do is we work with districts across the nation to highlight and use exemplars and models of this work. And those usually come out in case stories. So we just recently published a case story, and the case stories are always available here. So we worked with Brazosport Independent School District in Texas, and the case story has information on how they worked with supporting student-centered learning through inclusive technology and universal design for learning. So that's another resource that would show up if you come back often to the What's New section. We have many trainings and events also available, and so the events tab will have a recording of recent or upcoming, and then a list of upcoming events. And so this is a good place to keep current. Other things that I want to highlight from the main page is an exploration of the CITES framework, as well as a way to stay connected with us through social media, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. We do have a newsletter, and so if you scroll all the way down and click on subscribe to the CAST newsletter, you will have the ability to get project updates from the CITES project, as well as other CAST information. So if you want to be in the know of what's happening at CAST and at the CITES Center, that's the way to do that. So that's the main page. Then the way that the website is laid out is we have our framework, which has 5 categories, and that's leadership, infrastructure, teaching, learning, and assessment. Our parent stories and our parent perspective will be weaved throughout all categories of the CITES framework. So we have family vignettes and family resources that will be throughout the website. The way that the framework works is we have an overview of each practice, so leadership in this inclusive technology system, and then the practices that make up how a district would start this work in this area. Each practice has a short training video on how, in this, for example, we're in creating a community-wide vision and aligning goals, and there's a short video that talks about that, as well as a self-assessment, resources to support, district stories, and then the supporting research that we used for our literature review as we were researching and doing a landscape analysis in this area. Each practice is set up the same way. All have a video, a self-assessment, resources, stories, and supporting research. So you will get to know, you'll get familiar with this structure on our website. Way over here on the right is our More tab, and that's where you can learn about us. This was in the presentation. We have some key partners we work with, including the Center for Parent Information and Resources, so the Parent Training and Information Network. And we do, with FACT Oregon, produce some modules for supporting parent center staff. We have district partners, which was mentioned in the presentation, and so you can come and see a list of what districts and states have participated with us, and this list is growing every phase that we do with the project. If you want to go back to our response to COVID, there's some really excellent resources on communication and our 4 C's, as well as, again, district stories on the COVID response. And this has some really good information for families as well. So even though we're not quite out of COVID, where we're at with that is we're keeping this up because it's really good information. If you are interested in how the framework is being developed, this framework development process page will give you more information on our literature review and our landscape analysis, as well as information that's able to be downloaded. So that is a quick overview of the CITES website, and we hope you go and take a look and let us know what you think. We have a survey right here on the main page. It's a 3-question survey to give us feedback, and we would love to hear your perspective.